Selecting first in the third round, we turn it over to the Blackwater Bossing.
Blackwater Bossing select Daryl Pascual.
Daryl Pascual, pick number 1 in round number 3.
He is listed at 6'6", from Letran University and also a product of Pampanga. Napakadami talaga mahuhusay na manlalaro dito sa Pampanga. He's 27 years old. And again, Coach Ariel Vanguardia opting to get a big guy to make his big man rotation a lot deeper. He knows that this is still a big man's league. You still have to contend against the taller, heftier, and more athletic big man in the league. Kaya nagbabangko na siya. Yung mga malalaking manlalaro na available pa, that is his choice. And of course, for Blackwater Elite, we've mentioned it, we've seen it. They're on a rebuilding process. They won 1 game in the last conference, and they want to win more in the next one.
At sa ngayon, ready na si Jet Sulit with the second pick of the third round.
Yes, Magu, ang second pick of the third round will be made by the Terra Firma G.
Terra Firma G selects Allen Mina.
Alan Mina from the Letra Knights will go to the Terra Firma G, but Alan, of course, will be playing sa kanilang finals game later.
Alan Mina,
happening right
who a lot of people have been talking about, goes in the third round. He's a 25-year-old, 6'3" Letran Knight.
Maraming letran na nakukuha dito, obviously coming from two championship teams in the last few years. Although they've not really been able to get a lot of playing time for some of these players, you can see probably that may nakikita sila. Again, what does he play? He plays as a guard, right? So quite big for a 6'3" playing shooting guard.
And at this point, you know that you're going to dig deep on the kind of talent available in the draft, and you hope that you will see more things when you invite them in your practice sessions. So yun ngayon ang tinitignan. Medyo may talent level ka. They want to take a closer look at them, and that is why they're drafting them.
And for the third pick of the third round, it is going to be Converge. Let's hand it back over to the stage.
For the third pick of the third round, we turn it over to the Converge Fiber Excerpt.
Converge picks Jose Go.
Josego Jologo.
Jologo
Going over to Converge here. And ito medyo late na napili dito si Jola given his credentials.
Lalo na doon sa 3x3, no? Napapanood niyo how tough he is, how tough he can make big shots, and how he defends against the big men at the post.
Of course.
Pinapanood ko kayong dalawa, nakakwento niyo.
He plays for Barangay Nebra on the PBA 3x3 stage, Coach Archie.
Yes, he's a tough defender. He can guard even guys who are 3 or 4 inches taller than him. He's a physical player. He can also shoot from the outside and has enough quickness to blow by his defenders whenever he needs to use his quickness. And this is also one guy who's coming from a good basketball program, the De La Salle University School and University, and you know that he will show up the moment he gets a chance to scrutinize his talent level. I'm sure he will flourish.
And siya ngayon ay kakwentuhan ni Apple David.
Our third pick in the third round is Jolo Go. Jolo, you're not lacking in experience playing in the PBA 3x3. And at the same time, Batang Gilas when you were younger. But how do you plan to help your team converge as they play in the first season in the PBA?
Siguro, first of all, sa practice, I'll give my all. And yung shooting ko and kung anong kailangan kong gawin for the team, yung role na ibibigay nila, I'll just give my best.
Thank you very much, Jolo, and good luck in the PBA. Chad?
Now for the fourth pick in the third round, making their pick is the Phoenix Super LPG Fuel Masters.
Phoenix Super LPG Fuel Masters selects Alvin Baichong.
Alvin Baitong getting taken here as the fourth pick of the third round.
Kung di ako nagkakamali, this guy played in San Sebastian. And he's a big man. He played 6'5". I think I remember him because I've been there since 2016. A physical player. Something doesn't have an outside game, but he is physically strong in rebounding and pretty good defense at the post. That's the type of player that he is.
There should be a presence, even just in practice, para dito sa Phoenix. Actually, very familiar sa kanya si Coach Topex. He's listed as playing for Lyceum.
Sa SSC yan sa Sebastian. Then he played a lot with Edgar Macaraya. So that's where I remember him.
It is going to be rain or shine picking next year inside of Robinson's place in Manila. And I think they're ready with John.
Now for the 5th pick in the 3rd round, here is the Rain or Shine Elasto Painters.
Rain or Shine Elasto Painters select Rafi Octubre.
Rafi Octubre being picked here by Coach Chris Gavina. Batang UV. Tubong Leyte, Dr. J.
Visayans. Well, that definitely was a good school in the past. Gave us a lot of good PBA players, including some Hall of Famers. But of course, again, unknown to Metro Manila unless you've been really scouting and doing a lot in their province. That's a big smile there, but he has certainly a great name.
Octubre.
Rafi Octubre.
Yes, and
Baka maalala natin niya in the future. You know?
yes, who knows? And of course, the expectation is can do a lot of things for him to earn a roster spot. Meaning, at this point, and you're picked this late, ang hinahanap lang ng mga coaches rito is what is your X factor? Is it defense? So kung meron siya talagang magandang makinarya, machinery playing defense, then he will have a chance. Guys like, of course, Sideon Lubere, ganun, di ba? Yung maganda yung kanilang mechanics on defense, pati yung kanilang machine. So, tignan natin kung maganda itong papakita ni Rafi Octubre.
And to bring us to the halfway point of the 3rd round, let's send it back over to Sulit.
The 6th pick in the 3rd round will be made by the Northport Batang Pier.
Northport Batang Pier selects John Apasible.
So John Apasible joining Coach Pido over at Northport.
Yeah, this is a tough player, you know, was very highly rated when he came out of high school sa Hope Christian. Tapos napunta sa Ateneo. And they had a lot of possibilities for him. About 6'4", really, really good player during his high school days. And had pretty good, impressive moves in his first years in college. But eventually he fizzled out and then kept on moving on. Eventually went to another team. And hindi na namalik. Medyo matagal na rin siya dyan eh. Matagal na hinog dyan eh. Di ba? Napunta sa UE.
Yes, and he has a good PBA body. Yung ganyan kasi mga 200 pounds, tapos 6'4" ka, and you're willing to mix it up inside. Yung parati nating sinasabi, kaya mong makipagbanggaan sa mga matitigas sa liga. Pwede mong subukan. Of course, sila Jason Perkins, o di kaya sila Calvin Abueva. Ito ang kanyang kailangang ilagay sa kanyang utak na may tsansa siya kung kaya niyang dumipensa.
Tignan natin kung kaya niya sagutin ang mga tanong ni David.
John Apasible, picked by Northport. John, para sa mga hindi masyadong pamilyar sa iyong laro, what type of player are you and ano ba ang makikita namin sa'yo sa PBA?
Ano po ako, role player po ako na defensive player na screener and rebounder ako. Tapos kaya ko tanggapin yung role ko kahit wala ibigay sa akin ako. Basta manalo kami.
We look forward to seeing that in the hard court. Let's turn it back over to John Sulit.
Para naman sa 7th pick in the 3rd round, here is the NLEX Road Warriors.
NLEX Road Warriors select Levi De La Cruz.
Levi De La Cruz will get a chance with coaching over at NLEX.
So 5'7" guy, 160 pounds. Product of the Arellano University from Davao City.
Point guard sigurado ito. Sa
Sigurado yan.
position na
Oo,
ito.
parang pwede kong mag-eye contact kami nito eh.
Hindi naman partner.
Mas matangkat pa rin.
Yan ang mga pinaglalaban palagi ni Coach RG. when you can see eye to eye with your players, Coach.
Kaya nga sila si Taulabas, puro sit down para magkita kami sa mata
So all you need is an opportunity at this juncture. And of course, you also mentioned Coach RG. You also get first crack at a 3x3 stint, which opens by the end of this month.
That is correct.
May
And,
21 if we're not mistaken.
Tama yan. And ang importante lang talaga is maimbita ka sa ensayo dahil maraming mga pagkakataon doon na di-discover ng mga coaches yung iyong galing. At of course for the players for being drafted late in round 3 or even late in the second round, you always have to have a positive spirit. Maraming mga manlalaro rito na late and two guys will always stand out. The first one is Topex Robinson. He was picked as our parang 44th pick in the 2001 draft. Played 8 years in the PBA, was a 2-time PBA champion. And what about PJ Simon? 43rd pick, one draft higher lang siya kay Topex Robinson. 8-time PBA champion and 2-time PBA Mr. Quality Minutes, and the rest is history. So ibig sabihin yan, pag natawag ka at makapaglaro ka sa PBA, bigay mo na lahat ng iyong makakaya.
Nakalimutan mo pa. Dominic Uy picked before both of those in the third round.
It turned out to be a good broadcaster.
Yun. Apo?
Yeah. Levy de la Cruz picked by NLEX. Levy, you're 5'7" tall. Alam natin mas matatangkad sa PBA. Pero ano yung nag-i-inspire sa'yo at nagmo-motivate to keep on fighting for that dream to be part of the pros?
Unang-una po, nagkikip po ng striving ko, tsaka push po sa akin lagay si God po. Then, pangalawa po yung family ko, then yung friends ko rin po, tsaka yung mga tumutulong po talaga sa akin from the very beginning po. Thank you po. Yun po yung nagpo-push sa akin.
Thank you, Levy. Good luck in the PBA, Jut.
Now with the 8th pick of the third round, balikan po natin ang Barangay Ginebra San Miguel.
Barangay Ginebra selects Renz Alcoriza.
Renz Alcoriza going with the crowd favorites here for Barangay Ginebra. Listed at 6 flat, a 27-year-old product of Arellano. Tignan natin ano mangyayari sa kanyang pagpunta sa barangay.
Yeah, medyo matagal rin na nababanggit yung pangalan. We've been reading the papers, we've been reading some of the things on Google. And matagal na. I was really surprised na medyo malalim na rin bago nakakuha ito. No? Because obviously was a good contributor to the Arellano team. No?
Yes, and you also take a look at the roster of Barangay Ginebra. What they're doing is they're trying to get point guards also, just to see, because you all know that L.A. Tenorio will probably just play for another 10 years. So, kailangan na nila ng backup.
Kasi hinahabol niya yung 1,192 ni AC Green.
Yeah.
Although we don't have enough games. And hopefully we'll have the complete 3 seasons, 3 conferences this season.
Ready na tayo for the next pick. Let's send it back to John.
Now making their first pick here in the PBA Gatorade Season 47 draft with a 9th pick of the third round. Puntahan po natin ang San Miguel Beermen.
San Miguel Beerman picks Jerwin Ginto.
Jerwin Ginto will get an opportunity with SMB.
6'5", 210 pounds from Lyceum, and was born in Melbourne, Austria. And you know the mindset of players from Australia. Hindi takot makipagpalitan ng mukha, hindi takot makipagbanggaan. And what a luxury for him to play alongside, of course, Mo Tautua, Junmar Fajardo, yung mga mahuhusay na mga lalaro sa liga. Sigurado tayo masya-sharpen itong skills ni Ginto just by practicing with great basketball players.
First pick for San Miguel in this year's draft. Yung TNT na lamang ang hindi pa natin nakikita mag-pick. But obviously San Miguel going for a little size here. Pwede rin matuto kay Brundial ito ng konti.
Tama, oo.
Di ba? Paano makipag-ano dito sa PBA? But you can see he has the body.
Yeah.
Definitely.
At 209 pounds, kayang bumangga neto ni Jerwin Ginto. And if he can bring, yung sabi mo, yung Aussie rules type of basketball,
di ba?
Yan ang napakabigat doon.
Yes.
Kitang-kita ka. Luloko ka dyan.
Si RG, pinagluloko tayo.
Kapoy na.
So yan nga po, San Miguel finally with a pick here in 2022. Yung TNT na nga lang natitira, mamaya-maya. Another couple of picks, yung Tropangiga naman. Pero sa ngayon, meron kakwentuhan si Apo.
The first pick of San Miguel is Jerwin Ginto, brother of Bradwin Ginto. Gaano ka-special na kayong magkapatid parte na ng PBA?
It's the biggest blessing. Can't thank God enough for what He's done for our family, and I'm excited to showcase what I can do in the PBA.
And speaking of showcasing your talent, pagdating ng araw na you will be facing your brother and his team na Rain or Shine, how are you going to be preparing for that day, and how excited are you for that day?
For sure, I'm gonna go hard.
Congratulations, looking forward to that. Jut?
Here to make their pick as the 10th selection in the third round, the Meralco Bolts.
Meralco Bolts select JJ Espanola.
So the 5'10" guard out of UP and San Jose, California has been selected by the Bolts.
Oh, fantastic program. He's coming from the University of the Philippines, the UAAP champions.
Pakiulit.
After 36 years.
Yeah.
But he's going to come in with so much experience also at 5'10", point guard spot, and 175. What he showed in the minutes that he played for UP was his toughness. So that kind of a toughness must be translated in the PBA hardwood. So titignan natin kung may pagkakataon siya. Coach Ronnie Magsano, of course, Coach Patrick Fran, or there as part of the coaching staff, and team manager Luigi Trillo. And of course, I saw also PBA champion Coach Luigi Trillo, Coach Gina Banilla, and one of the best picks of the Meralco Bolts, Aaron Black, also on stage.
Second rounder yun, no? Pero nag-rookie of the year. Sabi mo nga, Dr. J, it doesn't matter what round. It's up to how you perform. Cyrus Baguio, di ba? Ganyan. I think they're ready on the floor with the penultimate pick of the third round.
Now for the 11th pick of the third round, another team making their first selection in the season 47 draft. We have the TNT Tropangiga.
TNT Tropangiga select Roberto Bartolo.
So Roberto Bartolo Jr. making his way to the camp of TNT.
Laki nito, 6'6" rin, no? 215 pounds. St. Benilde and Tubong Kamiling Tarlac.
Tagas, dyan ang asawa ko.
Ah, ganun ba?
Yes, sir. Hometown ko yan.
Ayos. Ayan.
30 years old already, so really
so
should be at his prime right now, no?
First time nag-pick nitong TNT.
They surprise us, but they do pick a big man, no? So definitely something that they're looking for. Mga malalaki ng player ng TNT, no?
And you just give a guy an opportunity, and you give yourself an opportunity to take a closer look at any applicant, di ba, RJ?
Yes, tama yan. At para naman sa mga manlalaro, the mere fact that they're drafted and you actually have that maski pa paano bounce, you can flex your friends, na may TV time ka, nabigyan ka ng chance makaakyat sa entablado, at ngayon bibigyan na naman siya ng chance makalaro sa PBA. Yun lang, mabigyan ba ng mata ng mga coaches na mas scrutinize talaga kung anong laro ang kaya mong maibigay para sa iyong kupunan.
At mabibigyan ka rin ng chance na ma-interview ni Apple David.
Kauna-unahang pick ng TNT ay si Roberto Bartolo. Balita ko, Roberto, idol mo si Ranidel de Ocampo. Anong pakiramdam na isa sa mga magiging mentor mo sa TNT ay iyong idol na si Ranidel?
Basta gagalingan ko na lang siguro sa team, saka ipapakita ko na lang yung best ko.
Maraming salamat and congratulations, Just.
And now to announce their pick in the third round, the 12th pick Here are the Magnolia Chicken Templados Hot Shots.
Magnolia Chicken Templados Hot Shot Select, Orlan Wamar.
I love the fact that it was Gio Halalon who was assigned to announce the pick of yet another point guard, the three-point king from the combine, Orlan Wamar Jr.
5'6" lang ito, 150 pounds. CEU and Cebu City ang kanyang birthplace.
Pero sa CEU pa lang, sa PBA D-League, nung sumali sila, napaka-solid na ito ni Orlan Wamar.
Tama yan. At meron pa rin namang pwesto yung ganyang mga manlalaro, mga hindi naman nabigyan ng kataasan.
Siyempre,
diba?
Point guard eh.
Tama, hindi naman talagang prerequisite yan.
May hustle yan, may tira
Yes.
yan, di ba? Marunong magbigay ng bola yan. Tignan mo yung Alvarado ng New Orleans.
Tama ka
may
dyan.
nakakilala ba nun?
Yes.
But look at the way he played against Chris Paul.
Oo, tama. At hindi lamang yan, pati dito sa... Iba yan, yung nagsisneaky-sneaky lang sa corner, agawang ka.
Yeah. Ang gusto ko dito kay Orlan Wamar, very heady. Yung kanyang paghawak ng opensa, dun sa CEU pa lang, very, yung respeto sa kanya ng mga kasama niya. Let's see if he can do that on the PBA stage if he cracks the lineup. Pero sa ngayon, siya ay kakwentuhan ni Apple.
We have Orlan Wamar. Orlan, alam natin marami ng gwardya ang Magnolia. Pero ano ang gagawin mo to stand out and earn a spot sa kanilang rotation?
Bibigyan ako ng opportunity. Bibigay ko lahat energy and effort na makakatulong sa team. Yun lang.
Energy and effort. We look forward to seeing that. Maraming salamat. And that concludes our third round.